What's up? What's happening? Welcome to another edition of the Short Porch presented by Barstool Sports. I'm your host, Hubs, in studio with the gang. Marty, Mush, Tommy Smokes, Noah on the ones and twos. Sad episode. Really sad. Because I actually got my fucking balls teased here on fucking, what was it? What's the day of the week? Wednesday?
Like Monday night is when people were excited.
Monday night, Bob Nightingale out of the fucking clouds is tweeting up a storm. The only one tweeting. It was hilarious.
In retrospect, we should have known that meant there was no baseball.
There were warning signs
you
like
hear that name, you're like, nah.
But because like no one, he was like, they've agreed to 12 teams. I was like, wow, holy shit, here we go. Like he's like, the CBT is no longer a problem here. It's just we're gonna figure out the teams, all this, gonna get done. Nope. Apparently, it was just really the owners leaking him shit, and they were never really close to a deal. Supposedly, I forgot what pitcher tweeted out today. At like 12:30 in the morning, so Tuesday morning, if you want to go technical, as they were kind of making progress, the owners submitted a proposal and kind of like took back almost all the things they made progress on to see if the players just didn't notice, like to try and sneak on the proposal to them.
Don't hate that. I would sign it.
He thought they were like really. Oh yeah, you could.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I obviously it's fucked up, but it's kind of a good move. If
Thankfully, there are people smarter than you in the negotiation table.
No, shout out to the players. I mean, my takeaway from it all, I'm annoyed as a fan because it fucking sucks. But like all the players are what they're saying. Like we're doing this for the future of you guys. Like I know it sucks for the fans right now. But we're doing it for the future of the players. That's basically what they're saying, right?
Yeah.
Fuck that. Like you could come to an agreement. Doesn't have to be like like they should care about themselves. Also.
Yeah. I agree. I think that maybe that's the messaging they're good. Like they do care about themselves, I think, as they should. The current players definitely care about themselves, and maybe the messaging is, oh, this is all for the young guys. Like I wouldn't mind them just being like,
you're saying they're saying we care about the young guys,
right.
But they really like they're just saying
that makes sense. I could see that.
I agree,
which I'm fine with, to be honest.
Dude, the last time they did these CBA negotiations 4 years ago, I want to say 5 years ago, they got railroaded, and they just are like, we're not letting that happen again. If we have to, we're not going to get bullied the last second on these pressure deadlines, these fake deadlines they come up with. Like we're just not going to let that happen because that's what the owners want. The owners don't care about missing April baseball. Like if they're going to break the union and have them fucking come to the table and have the players take a shitty offer, that's their MO, and they're fucking totally fine with that. It just sucks. It just really, really sucks.
And also, I'm still
not a lot of hope right
very much on the player side. I think the whole public is more on the player side. And I think everything this week, like sort of confirmed everyone being on the player side. The owners just don't look good. Rob Manfred looks like the biggest fucking
we'll get into his press conference.
Ever. Yeah. But the longer it goes out, the longer it holds on, the less I'm gonna have a side. And the more I'm just going to be like, all right, I hate everyone right now. Just fucking figure it out and play baseball.
Yeah, I do. I know what you mean because that's just like us, but them like threatening that they're not going to start the season and the players being like, I don't give a fuck was kind of cool. But
like because in prior situations, the players cave in that situation.
Yeah, because like they don't want to miss games.
Like,
they're like,
fuck that. Like we're not going to cave to you. Like we've known this has been talked about too. When 2020 negotiations were going on, like. There was like, oh, you thought this was bad? Just wait for 2022. Here we are, and it was really bad. Like that was like these guys knew this didn't sneak up on anybody, players wise at least. So
it's bad. I don't, and it's like I haven't seen. Is anything happening today?
No, they're traveling to New York. Anything. No, there's nothing today. I think they meet tomorrow in New York. I believe Thursday.
Why were they in a fucking parking lot? Why couldn't they get a conference room?
Dude, so the only thing I could. All of that was crazy.
I just feel like I know exactly. I have a scene in my head. It's from Entourage, the Ari Gold and talking to Sloane's dad. I forget his name. And being like, meet me here. It's like, no, meet me in my office. And it's like, all right, let's meet in the middle. And that's exactly what they did.
So the only thing that could come, like, they can't be all in the same room because during the lockout, you're literally not allowed to talk to your players. Like, players are not allowed to talk to team officials and all that.
Right.
That could be the only reason.
Then how do you have no negotiations?
What do you mean?
I don't know what you're saying is they're still talking.
I'm explaining why why they had to be on two separate sides of a parking lot in different buildings and couldn't all be in the same room. What are you saying? What did I just miss?
They're still talking though. So
when they're
they're talking through like a mediator though.
There's a mediator?
The guy walking parking lot to parking lot exchanging proposals.
That's what that was going on?
Yes.
You're telling me that one schmuck that they're telling everything to, and he's got to walk over to the owners and tell them, and he's got to go back to the players after.
Essentially, yeah. I think there was like a few league officials with them, but like for the most part, that's what. Listen, that's just my guess of why, because it just doesn't make any other sense why they couldn't all be in the same room.
There is no like Jameson Tyone, all these other player reps, head of the MLBPA, have not at all like had a face-to-face conversation with any of the owners.
At least in like this Florida setting, I don't think so.
Listen,
I could be so wrong here. I'm just trying to figure out the idiocracy.
I like not knowing.
What you're saying
because why wouldn't they just be in the same room?
Exactly.
Right,
why wouldn't they also?
I think you just had a tweet out like, why aren't they
have
just
a conference room?
Yeah, like why aren't we just in a giant conference room here?
No, what you're saying makes sense. It's just fucking
I could be so wrong. I could be really wrong.
Let's look it up.
That would be my guess. I tried. It was, I don't know, but it was comical, and like you got all the reporters out there, like waiting by the parking lot, waiting in the morning. Bob Nightingale's out getting bagels. Everybody.
We should go.
It's over.
No, aren't they doing it again?
In New York.
Oh, well, Frank's there.
Frank's there, yeah. Frank there with Doug's and Jersey Jerry. Honestly, it was an electric clip.
Oh, it's so fun.
I mean, for this, like Frank the Tank was born for this.
Yeah.
This is what makes Frank happy. Like he'll say he's sad, but this makes him happy.
Oh yeah.
He
Being
loves
able to
screaming,
be mad.
Tank just screaming man fraud as loud as he can in a public setting.
And someone else like responding to it instead of in the office where he just yells and we're like not sure if he's talking to anyone yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been I mean, that's been the only silver lining is, you know, he's like just yelling. The Mets, of course, the one fucking year they're going to be good. He thinks that somehow this means the Cohens are going to have to sell the team to the Wilpons. You know, Max Scherzer's going to retire or whatever.
Yeah, you gotta just steer right through all that stuff.
But yeah, Kumar Rocker's still throwing 108.
Yeah, Kumar Rocker throws 108 miles per hour.
You forget about Kumar Rocker.
Yeah, I'll take him.
He'll definitely be good in the MLB after.
But I do, like I said, you know, I want baseball, but there is that little part of me where it's like, hey, the Yankees just got some tough games canceled.
Okay, yes, but like once we get past like April 15th, then I become fucking really annoyed.
But no, don't have to go to Texas, don't have to go to Houston.
Yeah.
I said that initially. I said that it has a really hard part of their schedule that is just completely wiped away.
What's happening? Twitter, sports, Frank the Tank, trending.
God damn it.
The best. In terms of the actual, I think the highlight of this whole week, Manfred's press conference. Now, he was walking into a fire no matter what. Like, his job there was to get shit on. Like, he is just representing the owner's thoughts. So that's not me, like, excusing Rob Manfred for what he said, because he always takes it a step further with his stupidity. But he was walking into a fire no matter what. Like, he could have said, hey, like, this wasn't, like, we're trying to make it a deal. We did what we could, whatever. No. Whatever he said was going to get shit on, and then he took it a step further. He starts out by just laughing. When you're the commissioner of baseball and you are addressing every baseball fan, seemingly, it was live on SportsCenter and all that, and you know the players are watching. We just went through this grueling process, grueling 3 months, although it wasn't really grueling for the fucking owners. And he just laughs. Like the first thing you do is smile. You can't smile, man. No. You can't smile or laugh. And he laughed.
That's the common sense department.
Yeah, like
if Rob Manfred had a common sense department just in his brain, he would have known. Oh, wait a minute, I can't laugh here.
He's like, you know what? I'll tell some jokes. That will really alleviate the crowd. No, that's just not. You're canceling baseball games, dude. Do not laugh in my face. I'm a fucking idiot. He had said previously that the concerns of the fans are at the top, very top of our consideration list. Just blatantly false. Just a complete lie. He also said
Are we
previously,
able to tweet MLB clips? That should honestly be the one thing they figure out during.
You can kind of do that now. They stopped taking.
I'm still weary.
They stopped taking accounts.
Yeah, I don't even want to take a chance.
Yeah.
I won't take it off mine. Like, yeah, we'll still be safe on Twitter. I feel like on Instagram you can do whatever you want. TikTok too. He also said previously that missing games that would be considered a disastrous outcome for this industry. And then they're the ones that lock out the players early December, don't meet for 6 weeks, refuse to come to the table for 6 weeks. And then the number one, the thing that just blew my brain was the reporter asking the question, why didn't you guys meet for like 3 months instead of the last 10 days? And he basically was like, Look at what we did for the last 10 days. Like, we did a lot. We met every day.
What
the 10 days weren't enough.
No.
The 10 days literally were proven to not, like, we literally can't. He acted like the 10 days were good. We got a deal, no problem. See, we didn't need to be for 3 months. No, you did.
You think that's what he meant? I took it the other way. I took it the way of, like, I took it as, like, oh, look what happened these last 10 days. Like, we couldn't get anything done. We never would have been able to get anything done.
No.
I was baffled by his answer. I didn't know what he meant.
I generally believe he said, like, look, we met for 10 days. I'll pull up the clip.
The one I'm thinking of where he's like, everything you need to know, you can look at these past 10 days.
He said, I think the best, he didn't have an answer. And then he said, the best answer is that look what we did for these 10 days. I tweeted off of me. Here.
Locked out the players to jumpstart the negotiations. It feels like real bargaining went on just in the last 24 to 36 hours. I'm sure people are wondering why not over the last three months or even longer to get to a point where you're not necessarily canceling games because there's some momentum.
Yeah, I think the best answer to that question is the last 10 days. We've been here, ready to bargain, full committees, owners, players for 10 days, and it got going 2 days before the deadline. That's the best explanation I can give you.
That's him saying, like we were, like, making progress in his mind. Like, you can't say that, and that's not an explanation for why you didn't negotiate for the last 3 months.
I thought the way he was saying it is like we were here for 10 days and we only got stuff going 2 days before.
His
the
answer
deadline.
wasn't an answer. His answer
makes no fucking
He's not going to answer anything. That's why his press conference is so stupid, because he's just going to lie to us the entire time. He's just going to say that all the interest is in for the players. It's not for us. And the interest is going to be for the fans as well.
Mike Trout tweeted today. He didn't say a word ever about anything.
He did.
I mean, it was a very Trout
type thing.
It was a very like.
It wasn't even a notes app. It was like a fucking. I don't even know what it was.
It was like what you make in Instagram.
Yeah.
Like if you can swipe on Instagram, they get like a blank, and then you type it. That's
Did
exactly
you guys
actually
see
what it
that
was.
Video of,
I want to play.
that was a while ago. Did you see that video of someone, like, people clowning on someone's swing, and it was Trout? Like in the thing?
That was blog. Yeah. It was like a hitting coach or whatever.
Hitting coach was like, that's an awful swing. Like, who would swing like that? And it was Mike Trout.
Wait, how did he not see it was Mike, or just?
It was hard to honestly see, but if you knew Mike Trout's swing, obviously,
it was kind of like, I think, in the distance.
It was far, yeah.
Trout said, "I want to play. I love our game, but I know we need to get the CBA right. Instead of bargaining in good faith, MLB locked us out. Instead of negotiating a fair deal, Rob canceled games. Players stand together for our game, for our fans, and for every player who comes after us. We owe it to the next generation."
I don't mind that.
Yeah, I mean, that was just
I wish he just said, like, if he said,
that was like Magic Johnson-esque.
Yeah.
Like, here's what's happening.
Right. Now, like, he is one of the best players, if not the best player in baseball, if he ever stays healthy again. Like, if you compare it to, like, let's say LeBron spoke out against Adam Silver, that would make news, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if Trout speaking does that,
baseball
especially
doesn't
not the way,
have a LeBron.
especially not the way this does. Like, where if he said if Mike Trout said "fuck you, Manfred," let's fucking go.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
This is a blanket thing to me. That doesn't do me anything. He also posted on Facebook before Twitter. Classic Mike Trout.
Yeah,
I feel like. What is going on with the protest? Oh, this is just another protest going on about unions, that they shut down the Barstool protest. That makes perfect sense.
About unions just in general?
Yes, it's like another union, another protest about something else.
There's a picture. There's the picture of them, like, arrested or whatever. If they're not arrested, Stu just goes, "I want this on a shirt and I'll fuck my wife wearing it." That guy's Twitter is
so out of left
sometimes
field.
it's just stunning. You just come across like, wow, that was vile.
My parents are friends with him on Facebook.
Oh God.
And they'll be like, sometimes he like just posts like really like family friend, like be like, "Oh, I'm losing weight, I'm doing this," and sometimes it's like, I'm gonna fucking eat my wife's clit.
On
It's like just
Facebook?
back to back, like you never know what you're gonna get.
Manfred also decided to claim that revenue's been difficult for the league over the last 5 years. How much revenue do you think the MLB's pulled in the last 5 years?
Also, the past 2 years was
Like
fucked
20
up.
billion? I don't
No?
know.
$20 billion. Last 5 years revenue.
I have no idea really.
Couldn't even 10 billion.
$43 billion in revenue in the last 5 years. The last
if you didn't say billions, I would have said millions. So I
was just
way
thinking
off.
like franchise worths and sort of basing it off
2019 alone, 10.7 billion.
And
And he said that revenue's been a problem.
And that's 2 years with like COVID.
I was gonna say, yeah. How is that possible? How much was 2020?
2020 was the year people lost money. That was the only year.
So revenue, not profit.
Revenue.
Gotcha.
Yeah. $43 billion. So that's a big revenue is a problem. The $43 billion. That's the problem here. Okay, you want to say millionaires versus billionaires? That's the common stance for people shitting on players. I hear what you're saying because there are Garrett Coles out there making $300 million. 60%. I think it's 63% of the players in the MLB make the minimum salary. So not everyone
what
is
66.
63% of the 1,200 players make minimum salary. So that's not not everyone is fucking Mike Trout or Ohtani or Cole. There are so many people. Now, granted, the minimum salary is $600,000-$700,000.
I'd love to make that.
I hear that, but when you think of it in the way that the owners make money hand over fist every single year, they are making more and more money. Yet the total team payroll stays the same for the last 5 to 10 years. Where's the sense in that? Why are owners just continually pocketing all this extra money and not investing it in players? That's the basis of this problem.
Hal Steinbrenner has not come out great here. Was he the
How
first?
about Hal leaving early?
He was the first.
Hal got out of there on Monday. He's you know what? Fuck this.
Was he the first owner to leave on Monday?
What?
Was he the first owner to leave?
At least the first one documented, and it kind of seemed like the first owner to leave. Yeah.
What an asshole.
I didn't hate it.
What an asshole.
I don't know, man. It's got had somewhere to go.
Part of me thought that it was Hal. Part of me, because that was an optimism period, right? That was when everyone's happy. Part of me thought, and that was, I want to say, midnight, 12:30, and they were still negotiating. Part of me thought, wow, they fucking agreed to a deal. And he's like, I need nothing more, right, guys? I'm gonna go to bed. I thought the deal was getting done because when I saw that, no, not at all.
I think he was just hey, let me know. I'm good with whatever you guys want. I gotta go home.
But he's not. He doesn't want them to spend. He is not good with that.
Then I don't know why he's leaving.
He probably knew that it wasn't going nowhere. Yeah, I mean the guy doesn't. He wants to go on his yacht.
Yeah, he should sell the fucking team.
Imagine he sold the team to Jeter.
I mean, that'd be amazing.
Wet dream.
By the way,
we'll get into that. Let's do lockout. The second half of the show is gonna be Jeter because I have a lot of things to talk about that. But talk to you real quick about something I'm wearing right now. Something I'm wearing all the time. Cuts clothing. Cuts clothing is fantastic. They've perfected the art and science of men's shirts, so you can throw one on and look great without ever thinking twice about it. I have worn this shirt on a date. I've worn this shirt hanging around the apartment. I've clearly wearing this shirt in the office. It fits all three, and then there's more situations you can wear this. Every cut shirt is designed for a modern, tailored fit, and they're insanely comfortable. They are. I'm willingly wearing this. I would wear it every fucking day if I could. Cuts is all the essentials for looking sharp, like tees, hoodies, polos, and more, so you can stop bouncing between brands to shop for different shirts. Cuts has totally revolutionized the traditional outdated t-shirt category. They make it easy to mix and match styles and colors, so they can, so people can find the perfect style. Didn't they just send in? I was bringing this up today in my brain to bring this up to you now. They sent us stuff, right?
Cuts?
Yeah, recently.
Yeah.
Where is the
I think it's actually
stuff?
right there, to be honest.
Is that it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's
fantastic.
right there.
Yeah, I was
Scumbag.
gonna say, I took mine home.
No, I never asked about it after that day, and I just
you were on Zoom that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Okay,
sure
so
it's
very
literally
because
right
there were
there,
some pants in there or whatever.
I got a nice new maroonish red T-shirt to throw into the rotation.
Maroon is a good color.
Dude, the black pants I wear every day. I wore them last night.
Yeah, they're I don't
They're
know what
joggers,
type of
but they're
pants
not
they are, but
joggers.
they fit
They're like
for,
dress pants, but jogger pants, but you could wear them with anything.
They're like everything else with cuts. There's a bunch of extra stuff in there because I have.
Yeah, throw me one too if you don't want one. Whatever you don't want.
I have 3 of the same shirt from them already.
The pants are in bigger. It's bigger bags.
We'll figure it out. There's some shirts. Fuck, I don't think it's pants. I gotta have them send me pants, but pants are great apparently. They got long sleeve Henleys, short sleeve crew necks, all different kind of colors, styles, you name it. Cuts should be your number one and only option when you're choosing what to wear. That's because it truly is for us as well. Join hundreds of thousands of guys who made the simple decision to elevate their wardrobe with Cuts. Get 15% off your first order by going to cutsclothing.com/porch. That's Cuts, CUTS, clothing.com/porch for 15% off the only shirt worth wearing. Yes, this is all really sad. When do you think we get going? When do you think baseball starts?
I mean, the day I said to begin with was April 16th, and was just a blind guess. I think April 15th makes more sense because it's a Friday.
But if you think about it, they need 4 weeks. So that means a deal has to happen in the next 2 weeks.
Which I think
for your thing to happen. I'm going May 1st.
I was doing May too.
I think May 1st. And I wouldn't be stunned at this point if it's longer.
Yeah, I actually don't.
I'm almost going to go I almost feel like.
What makes you think that, though? They're so far
I feel
apart.
like, didn't they? Well, I guess we don't know what report is real, but it felt like progress was made Monday.
They're pretty far.
I think it's worse that progress was made and then they denied it. Yeah.
It seems like the only thing they're kind of close on was the minimum salary. The gap wasn't crazy. I want to say they're 20, 30,000 apart. Collective bargaining tax was the owners are at 220 and the players want 240 as the first level or whatever. So that's large. That's a very large gap. The player pool, that's large, like 80 million or whatever. They're far apart on things. Now apparently they came to an agreement on 12 teams for the playoff. The owners want 14 because more teams makes more money. I don't know about you, that sucks. 14 teams for the playoffs.
That's too much.
You play 162, and then half the league gets in?
Yeah, basically half the league getting is just dumb.
A rich owner like, let's say Hal, is going to see that and be like, well, why the fuck do we need to make this team as good as humanly possible if we're going to get in no problem anyways?
Yeah, because then everyone, how many coaches will stay around because you've made the playoffs?
I would rather baseball not come back than have 14 teams.
14 is brutal.
14 is just not baseball.
No,
why
it's
the
not
fuck
at
are we
all.
playing 162 games?
Yeah, we're gonna do 14
to eliminate 50 or to eliminate 53% of the teams or something like that. It's
if you're doing
insane.
14 teams, gotta be shortened season.
Right. You don't play 162. There's no point.
I mean, I get the owners they want to make more money. They want more
postseason money is huge. But
there's
a lot of money.
At the end of the day, is baseball just a fucking money grab or is it actually?
Oh yeah, for these owners, absolutely.
But it can't there has to be some. And actually, I'm glad the players are against it, but I wouldn't have been shocked if players weren't against it.
The 14 teams?
Yeah. Why would they be? Because they get more people get a chance to play in the playoffs. I don't know. Sort of how
I think they'd be. I think the beauty of baseball is, or it used to be at least, that it was so fucking hard to get in the playoffs. You play these 162, it's a fucking war. All 162 from April to the beginning of October, and only a handful of teams sneak in. Whereas hockey and basketball, it's 16. The NBA now, the play-in is 20 now.
20 teams,
right?
It's actually
crazy.
The Lakers are still going to miss the playoffs.
20 teams is insane. But baseball, last year, the Dodgers won 100 and something games and didn't even get the 1 seed. It's hard to make get through the playoffs in baseball. And now it's stupid.
And way back when, the Dodgers finishing as that second team would be you just sneak into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Now they comfortably get with the more teams, but it's just 14 is 7 on each side.
And then the picking of
so
who
it's
you
3
play.
division winners and then fucking
stupid. It's actually
4. Sorry, yeah. I'm playing
3 division.
3 division either way, yeah.
4 wild cards.
Yeah, 4 wild cards.
I hope,
insane.
Unless they would do top 2 from each division.
Well, they would do buys. And then, did you see the thing rumored about this is Craig Carton, so hear it, but teams would pick their opponent.
Yeah, that's so stupid.
Hate that.
Hate it.
That would infuriate me beyond belief if we pick the only reason you're doing that is because it would be a spectacle, that show that they would televise, that they would make money off of.
But that's just not how sports work.
No
other sport in the world does that.
It gives you it takes away the advantage of being, I think, the better team. The team that picks is at the disadvantage because that's auto bulletin board.
It is
motivation
but also
for the shittier team.
And
you're just mucked if you just get swept.
But not because they have to do. Every team's doing it. You know what I mean? I don't think it would necessarily be like that because, remember last year, wasn't it something where the Yankees could have chosen their opponent? There was some secret thing.
It was a
4-way wild card.
It was a
tie
tiebreaker.
Or some shit,
it's a tiebreaker.
Where it's that, where it's such an anomaly. But if every team has to
I
pick
just don't
their
like
opponent.
it. It's
hate it.
so it's MLB trying to be different from every other sport, and it's just, of course, in MLB fashion, falling flat on its face. Be a horrible idea.
I'd prefer 10 teams. 12 teams is too much, but it's better than 14.
10 is the number. I'll accept 12. 14 is an abomination.
8 really again.
But I really fear that
8.
14 is going to be the number because that is going to be something the players concede to get one of these other things, whether it be the tax. Or
it's
whatever.
also for them too. It's like make it easier to make the playoffs. I'm in.
But I do think the players don't want. I do think the players want 12, 10, whatever. They like that.
But I think you're right
because it values the regular season more.
They'll concede not to it though.
It's one of the things they have to concede that will. So that'd be my prediction.
It's so backwards that the owners are the ones who want a lower luxury tax mandate.
Well, they want to view it as a cap.
I know, but
owners have always pushed for a salary cap.
I get that, but I'm saying it's just like it just is fucking bananas that it's like it's not a cap, and like if you go over it, you're costing yourself a lot more money.
Well, that's what they view as a cap.
I know, but I'm saying it's not a cap. Like they can go over it,
but teams don't. Like who is it?
The Dodgers did. The Red Sox did.
Who used the Yankees as an example? You say it was Scherzer.
Did the Red Sox?
Someone compared. I think it was Scherzer. Someone compared the Padres and the Yankees of how the Padres spent more money last year than the Yankees, and he's like, because the Yankees view that as a cap, and he's completely right.
Yeah.
That's why to me the CBT is the number one thing as a Yankee fan. You want that to go higher because that will allow Hal to
But
spend
also
more.
theoretically, if the cap was 200, the CBT was 200. If let's say Hal wants it to be 200, right? And MLB institutes it to 220. Can't the owners just be like, okay, fine, but then still treat it as 200? Do you get what I'm saying? Like a team could institute their own quote unquote.
Yeah, but the excuse his excuse runs out.
Right. Okay.
In his mind.
But his excuse doesn't even fly with I don't know. He also talks about the luxury tax.
He also just tells people right to their face, we don't treat it as a salary cap when they do.
Right.
He just lies in general. Manfred put out a letter. No one clicked on that thing.
No.
The gall that guy had to put out the commissioner letter of this is why we're doing this. Actually, go fuck yourself. Stroman wants him to step down. I feel like there might be momentum here from the players, to really have Manfred remove this commissioner.
I mean, he's got to be the worst commissioner.
He also bragged going into this how he's never negotiated a lockout like this where they're without a dispute. This is the first time where he failed and they had to do this. But going in, he's like, I've done this 4 times, guys. I'm the hero. I'm going to be the guy.
Fuck him.
Failed, obviously.
It is really fun just having a common enemy for everyone to hate right now in Rob Manfred.
Yeah.
Looking for these Frank the Tank updates to see if he's fucking...
I don't think he is, but... Well...
I have updates.
Oh, yeah? What is it?
Do we want to talk about it, or do you not want to talk about it?
Sure.
You know the updates, so use your judgment. I would say no based on what you're saying.
No. I mean, they said that they got detained. Didn't get brought in.
They did get detained.
You seem skeptical.
Just a little bit.
Okay.
I'd love to see the cop, but
maybe the actual handcuff.
But I don't want people coming after me because of Tank, because people will kill me because it's Marty. Oh, Marty's saying it's fake, and then Marty's teeth are fake, and all this shit. So I'm just saying.
Your teeth are fake, right?
They are fake.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
That's a fair.
It's fair. You could always talk
criticism.
about my teeth. They're great teeth, but just stating the facts. Usually when you get arrested, you go to the station.
I don't know what detained means.
Detained means they
put handcuffs on?
Put handcuffs on and let them go.
They put you in the back of the car, and then they take you out of the car and let you go.
Which, you think they put Tank and Doug's in the car?
They got their separate cars. Or they got the SUV or something. Or, one of those things where, they open the back. You have to sit on, something like that. Let's talk about Freshly real quick. Making meals, so important. It's so hard to find a fast pre-cooked meal that isn't frozen, tasteless, and highly processed. It's you see so much stuff that's gross. Freshly is the complete opposite. Their meals are designed by nutritionists, cooked by chefs, and then delivered fresh. Hence their name Freshly. Other meal deliveries need to be prepped and cooked. Freshly's ready to eat in 3 minutes. Freshly is designed like the man or woman who like comes home from work and just is so tired, doesn't want to cook. Freshly's right there for you. Freshly, you got your food in 3 minutes. That's how many seconds, Marty?
That's 60.
Now 3 minutes is not 60 seconds.
180. I thought he said 1 minute.
Honestly, it wouldn't have surprised me if that was your.
No, it was 180.
Fuck. You get delicious. That was me, Marty. I'm sorry. You get delicious. I feel like I'm the person. I just turned into the person I hate. The teacher that calls on someone that
wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, because I want those people. They all belong in hell. Every single teacher who just prides on like, yeah, no, don't raise your hand. I'll call on you. Fuck you. Hate those people.
Yeah.
Freshly,
I'm not listening because I know about Freshly because I use it and I put it in my freezer and it comes out fantastic how fast it is, right?
Yeah, we talked about
opposite
this.
Of your eggs.
Yeah, that was tough.
I honestly couldn't shit talk you at all because I can't make eggs either. I can make scrambled eggs. I can't.
I don't like eggs, so I don't attempt to make eggs.
I can make scrambled eggs. I can't make.
Let's because I want to talk about.
Okay. You get delicious chef-made nutrient-packed meals delivered straight to your door, no cooking required, fresh and never frozen, ready to heat and enjoy in 3 minutes, which is 180 seconds, Marty. Use the Freshly website or app to find meals that fit your lifestyle with plans that work for you, for your dietary needs, preferences, tastes, and family size. Stop stressing about the dinner right now. Freshly is offering our listeners $40 off your first 2 orders when you go to freshly.com/porch. That's $40 off at freshly.com/porch.
I mean, I wasn't planning on cooking eggs. I was just like, let's put something in this pan because I was drunk and ordered this pan. You've seen the pan when you're drunk, no?
Oh, I thought you meant when you made this video.
No, I wasn't drunk.
Marty, it was like a 7 p.m. on Monday.
No, I wasn't drunk. When I bought the pan, you ever see that? The Nonstick Pan where they say nothing, you never have to clean the pan?
Yeah.
I bought it. I wanted to see what it was. And people were focusing on the eggs. I was focused on the pan.
Hard to miss the eggs.
I don't know. I think it ended up working.
Right, because it did slide out.
Oh, no, I think it did work.
I think it worked.
Yeah, it did work.
And it didn't work at first, but I was like, wait, it is working.
So if you made like a steak on there, like it wouldn't... You ever
Like
make a steak or burgers
or chicken.
and like the burnt oil,
Yes.
like they're saying that wouldn't happen.
It just slides right off.
That's amazing. I think I may fucking know.
I know. I think I just want to start buying things and see if it works like that. And I mean, I saw
every food.
My video was like, holy shit, it has 1 million views.
You should put super glue on it, see if the super glue sticks.
People were literally in awe about everything.
How many views? Got a ton of views.
1 million.
1 million, yeah. You should buy super glue. See if the super glue sticks.
That's pretty good.
And then imagine
it could just be a new show.
Like
seeing if things stick to this cooking.
Yeah, just keep doing it.
Nonstick.
Also, you're fat?
I'm not fat. I could also decide that.
It was tough.
I want to show everybody.
Boy.
Hank even said, he goes, my bad. I'm like, what? He took the picture in 0.5. Do you know what that is?
Like speed?
No, it's like it's called 0.0, like where you can get most of. Like if you look at Big Cat's hand.
You mean like wide?
Yeah, like if you look at his hands, they're longer. It is. I'm not fat. Mm-hmm. I'll take my shirt off now. It was a bad look.
Take your shirt off.
I am not fat.
Yeah, you're flexing though.
But
don't flex.
Yeah, don't flex. You're the most obvious flexing right now.
Flex?
Okay, now he's fine. No, he's not flexing though.
Yeah, just wanted to touch it.
Yeah.
Not fat.
You shave your stomach.
We painted our chest.
Yeah, so you shaved it before.
Yeah.
Do you routinely shave it?
No, I don't. But sometimes I get very upset how hairy it is.
I can't relate.
I used to, and then I was like, why am I doing this? I stopped.
Happy trail?
You should shave that.
I kind of like a happy trail.
God.
Derek Jeter.
Good guy.
Stepped down as CEO. Stepped down as CEO of the Marlins, and people are like, he failed there. I think quite the opposite. They made the playoffs. They won a playoff series. They swept the Cubs, I believe, right? Swept the Cubs. He inherited.
I think they played the Braves kind of hard.
They got swept.
Okay. So no.
I don't remember.
I remember 1 or 2 games being close, maybe.
Yeah, the competitive, sure. I'll look that up to see how wrong you were with that. But
I just remember sitting in that gambling house in Philly, and one of those games, like, did the Marlins get out to a big lead or something?
I'm looking.
Let's see.
That doesn't help us.
My heart always pumps so fast.
Got it.
Dude, mine does too. It's bad.
Yeah.
9-5 Braves,
anxiety.
2-0 Braves, 7-0 Braves. So the
Okay, so I
first
was
two
wrong.
maybe a little. Well, 2-0 is close. Let's see it.
9-5. Not even a save situation.
The Braves scored 6 in the 7th here, so
Okay,
it was
okay,
tight for a few
okay.
innings. So don't
All
make
right,
yourself
yeah,
too
so
bad.
they were
Oh
winning.
no! Don't he always?
They were
like,
winning.
he always
They were
claps-
winning through 6
They were
innings.
winning
Hubs
4-3 in the
don't.
7th.
He always claps for himself knowing something like 15 years
Okay,
ago.
fair,
we can
fair.
I
finally
should've
be
known that
like,
better,
he-
but
You
I
didn't know
didn't-
the score of that game. That's tough.
Yeah.
I didn't claim to know that, you know.
But
with
anyways,
certainty.
he inherited one of the worst farm systems in like all of baseball when he came in as CEO. They're now like number 3. They have some of the best pitching arms, like young pitching arms, and they have really good like MLB talent. Like they're feisty. Anytime like the Braves, if you bet against the Marlins, like last year, it was a fucking dogfight.
Yeah.
Frank, again, I don't know what's real and what's not, but Frank was telling me that the Marlins have some pitcher that is lifetime 5-17 record, and 4 of the wins are against the Mets or
I'm
something.
not-
Like they're feisty against.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but
The-
I mean,
but
Alcantara
here,
is
people
sick
are
for
left
them.
to be
Sixto
like-
Sanchez is sick. He was just hurt, but
People are like,
Alcantara's
oh,
awesome.
Jeter, you know, he traded Giancarlo, he traded Yelich, he traded Ozuna. Like, he was told to do that. Like, that wasn't him.
Also, to be fair, Yelich wasn't an MVP. He was just a
Right.
good player.
Giancarlo was like,
So
you know,
let's-
But
that was a
Giancarlo, they
contract
dumped
they
his contract.
So that's
Right,
what I'm
which was a
saying. If you
good
look
move.
at that outfield, because everyone's like, how do you trade that outfield? Well, first of all, if you kind of look at it, like, they didn't really lose out on Stanton. He's been okay for us, and
Very good
then
the
they're
last few
cheap.
years, but yeah.
And they're having,
It
they-
made sense, though, for
Yeah,
Miami to
for
get
Contracts
their
out. Yeah, yeah.
direction of the team, Stanton was not useless.
which is
for
a
them.
great trade for them now.
Yeah.
And then Ozuna, like, Ozuna's good.
Not a good person.
No, bad person.
Really bad
Good
person.
though, and then like Yelich, like has been a little like he was MVP obviously, but then was a little
But
down.
he wasn't an MVP. Like even,
I know
like,
he just turned out to
also
be one
horrific year last year.
awful year. Like
don't
it
understand
wasn't
what's
two
so.
years in a row.
2 years. Yeah, COVID year. I'm willing to like let slide.
Right, but when he's also bad in 2021, it's like,
Oh yeah, no, for sure. There's something when there's smoke, there's fire. But yeah, but now, so basically what happened was he asked to spend. I think he wanted Correa, despite Correa trashing Jeter and saying he should never want to go glove. I think they wanted like Correa just felt like to me.
really?
they're-
No, I think Jeter's petty enough where he wouldn't want him.
Okay,
after he said that.
maybe before the statement he wanted a big fish. It's like very clear,
like a Marlin.
That was
like a
good.
Marlin. He wanted a big time free agent, and they basically told him no. And he goes, "Well, what the fuck are we doing here? I'm out of here." I respect that move so much.
Yeah,
He
that's
wanted
why-
to win.
Yeah,
They didn't
that's
want to
true.
win. Go
It's
fuck
so
yourself.
Derek Jeter. Everyone was like, oh, Derek's getting canceled.
Yeah,
Like where
I
there's
did
smoke, there's
have that
fire.
fear, but in my mind, I'm like, Derek
No,
Jeter
it's
would
like,
never do that.
He stepped down not because he's getting canceled, because he's just such a fucking winner. He was like,
Yeah.
I can't stand to be a part of
the
a
reason I thought
franchise
that though is because
won't win.
the reason I thought that was like when
The
that happens
timing.
anywhere else
Right.
though, like
But
any
not
guy
Derek
stepping
Jeter.
down abruptly, effective immediately, is never followed with a good thing. This was literally just because I want to win.
I love that.
Now, does that mean Old Timers Day? That would be cool.
Yeah,
Front
I
office
honestly- I feel like
position?
he could have.
Be the heir to
There's no
Cashman?
way he's gonna take a front office.
He's
position.
not gonna. Play.
There's no way he's gonna
He's
work.
never
for
gonna play
Brian
an old
Cashman.
How
Timers
about
game.
stopgap shortstop till Volpe's ready?
Down.
Yeah.
I'd rather him over Simmons without question.
For sure.
Yeah. For way
Would be
for sure.
amazing.
You know, look,
Jeter just
I'd love Jeter to like.
That'd be amazing.
I would give off 5 of my years of my remaining life
For
for
Jeter?
Derek
I'd
Jeter to
love
play
Jeter to
shortstop
be
this
the
year.
GM or like be part. People were saying, what about A-Rod and Jeter team up to become an ownership group?
Yeah, so let's talk about more things that have zero chance of happening.
Oh, you fucking assholes. There's
What
a
I
story about a possible Jeter cast coming to ESPN. You don't think that maybe the stars are aligning for the Jeter and A-Rod cast that I talked about, and you all were like,
No.
There's no chance.
You're saying you saw
Derek
one
Jeter will
tweet?
So
never-
if they both have a Jeter,
Wait, they're gonna do an A-Rod Manning cast and a Jeter Manning cast?
It's a rumor. Where somebody.
Can we also
Well,
be
who
honest?
tweeted? Fuck
Let's
him.
also be honest about Derek Jeter. He's not like the most charismatic guy that we know about. Like
Oh, I
didn't-
disagree. I think he's really funny. Breaking: ESPN.
What has Jeter ever
I don't know,
done
this
that's
guy
funny?
seems legit. ESPN wants to pursue Derek Jeter if Derek Jeter wants TV after leaving the Marlins.
What has Derek Jeter done that made you laugh?
Derek Jeter's funny. Are you fucking crazy?
I
He's
don't
just like
know.
a
He's
robot
he's
to
a-
the media on purpose, but everyone says like he's a prankster in the clubhouse.
Everyone that
Everyone.
we don't know that.
I
I
think
hope
you're
he
wrong.
is.
I think there's a chance he can be, but
But
like
he's
he's not like
also-
this guy who I'm like, He's not like a Pat McAfee where I knew Pat was hilarious.
Peyton Manning,
I think he could be like an Eli.
But Peyton Manning also and Eli have done commercials and like all that stuff and done funny shit.
Commercials. He had the legendary MasterCard
Jeter was good on
commercial
SNL.
with George Steinbrenner.
What'd you say?
The MasterCard commercial.
No, I know that legendary commercial.
It's a legendary commercial. They were arguing about Jeter staying out too late. I think
he
it's
picked up the
MasterCard,
phone to the
maybe
reporter
Visa.
and said, she's gonna have to call you back. That was funny.
You're so wrong. You've never been more wrong about anything. No, actually, nobody's ever been.
Well,
more
I don't
wrong
think he's
about
like
anything.
He's just not a guy where it's like he's gonna be lighting up the fucking.
The most electric personality, but I think he's.
But
funny,
he's a robot to the media, and what's his job gonna be? Media.
I don't know why he wants to do this.
But not anymore.
I don't know why he wants to do this. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think he's going to.
I don't. This doesn't say he wants to.
Come
this
work
just
for the
says
fucking
ESPN.
front office, man.
He's
Please.
not. He hates Cashman. He would never go work for Cashman.
Well,
that
him
would be
being
awesome.
the guy who takes over for Cashman.
No, that would be amazing.
He like has a wet dream about that every night, probably.
That would be amazing, but as long as Cashman's around, Jeter's not coming.
Joey Gallo had that funny
very
LinkedIn
very
thing. Thoughts on that,
self-aware.
despite you hating him?
I don't hate
He said
him
his
as
skills
I
were
don't hate
striking
him as a
out,
person.
dressing weird. What was the other one? Striking out,
hitting into the shift.
hitting to the shift.
I don't hate him as a person. I think he's actually kind of funny, kind of self-aware. But again, he's not a good fit.
What do
for
you
this
think about
current
his
Yankee
thoughts
team.
on he wants Shift gone?
I mean, I don't blame him. I'd want to gone
He'd
too.
be a way better hitter if the Shift was
Yeah.
gone. So like, yeah, I don't
I
completely.
mean, people are. I go back and forth with that, the shift being banned, because it's like.
I think it will be banned in like a few years.
Part of me is it's just.
I think that's
it's
stupid.
strategy. Like I
Yeah.
like strategy, but the other part is like there's illegal formations in football. There's 3-second violations in basketball. Like there are rules on where players can be.
Yeah, for sure. But that's the only strategy the defense has. Like you should be able to move wherever you want on the defense. Like that should also grow the game for these guys to just hit the other way. And I know it's harder said than done, but
it's not going to. Like,
but
it's the shift is staying, and it's hurting the game because guys are refusing to go the other way, and they're just hitting into fucking strikeouts. And
I don't know. I think it's crazy. You just tell them they can't do a shift. You have to stay in your position at all time. I think it's crazy.
I don't know. I kind of wouldn't mind it going. I mean, baseball for years was never
but I'm
played
saying
with the
like
shift.
baseball, that's just part of the game.
It is really funny when a shift gets exposed.
Yeah.
Really, really funny.
People don't fucking do it enough.
No, they don't. In non-baseball news, you guys gonna see Batman?
Yes.
Nah.
No, you don't like movies.
I love that.
I don't like
Where do you wanna
really
go? You
superhero
got tickets?
movies.
I don't know. I'm in Florida this weekend, so I
I'm
don't
going
know if I'm
tomorrow.
gonna see it down there or
You know, in Florida?
Yeah.
Nice.
visit fam. But I might see it there. Might not. Depends on the timing. Got like little cousins down there. I don't think it's a movie though for them.
I think they'll love
They're 8, 6, and 3.
I think
4.
it's made for them actually.
That'd be weird.
They read some reviews.
Don't go to the movies with your 8-year-old
Go by yourself. Going to the movies by yourself is totally fine.
I have no problem with movies by myself. What I'm saying, like, I might be like doing stuff down there. Like, I don't know. It's
Yeah.
like a fucking 4-hour
You
affair.
going with your like your mom and dad?
Yeah.
Nice. It's really nice.
Thanks.
I want to go to Florida so bad.
We're going to the Ranger game on Friday.
That's fun.
I haven't been to a hockey game in like 5 years. Very excited for that. Play the
That's very
Devils.
fun. Nice.
Get a new iPhone tomorrow.
My brother will be there. Oh, are you?
Yeah, the 13. I don't know what I'm getting into, but
I need to get
I'm
one.
excited.
Mine's fucked.
we'll close with this, and it's an invention idea that whoever I brought it up to so far has been like, wow, that's a good idea. I have no interest in making money off it. I kind of just want a listener to tell the people at Apple to do this. You watch ESPN on your phone, like a game live, right? I like to listen to music on my phone. I was watching, I don't fucking know what it was, Knicks game, whatever, on Sunday, and I was listening to music. I click on the Knicks game for the watch ESPN. The music goes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
YouTube does the same thing.
Right,
YouTube
but YouTube doesn't
be.
even. Yeah, right. You're right. Right. I know what you're saying. What I want is for the iPhone. You know, like almost like when a DJ is like mixing or whatever.
Just feeling my heartbeat.
I need them to do. You can control all the sound in your iPhone. Like there should be a way when you click.
Like when you make a TikTok and it's like, hey, put this sound down.
So like this, right? So if you hit brightness, all these things pop up.
Right.
Right. If you hold volume, nothing pops up. When you hold volume, like 5 things, the tabs you have opened up, watch ESPN, Spotify, YouTube, whatever, should pop up, and you should be able to control what is always
I
playing
agree
on
with
your
that,
phone.
but I feel like it's the apps themselves don't want to do that for some reason. Like they don't want. I don't know. They want you to be focusing on their product or something.
Well, that's stupid.
I agree. You know what?
That would be great though. That would help people.
My iPhone idea is for group messages. I'd love to see stats. Like who
got the most laughs on
right? Yeah, who was the most laughs? Who was the most likes? Who sent the most texts? Like when did it start?
So you want like a Spotify rap for text messages?
Yeah, for for group chats. I guess you could do private, like one-on-one, but it wouldn't be as fun. But like for a group chat you've had with your friends for like
most like text
10 years or whatever. Most like texts. Most used words. Slowly becoming Glenny Balls. What a life.
Him and TiVo.
God. Yeah, I don't hate that.
Check out Glenny's new OnlyFans show.
Yeah.
Real quick, close to this. Bryce Harper put out, people are putting out like funny tweets, whatever. Confer's like, I guess I should look at that McDonald's that people tell me I should be working at or whatever because they're gonna be out of work. I think some people are gonna legitimately just go over to Japan and play.
No.
Yeah.
Who?
Like No, not like big names. I'm saying there's gonna be an influx of people going there. But like, could you imagine if Bryce Harper went to Japan?
I'd watch.
I'd watch. Are the minor leagues allowed to play?
Minor leagues are going. This is kind of good for Jason Dominguez. Minor leagues are going.
So weird.
Minor leagues play. Imagine if Bryce Harper went to the Yomiuri Giants.
That'd be sick.
Like, I know he can't make the money he does here, obviously, over there.
I don't know. I feel like they might be like Bryce Harper. Like, let's fucking.
I was just looking at contracts they pay people, and it's just like, I don't know what kind of money they have over there. Like, I know, like, when LeBron, remember, like, there was, like, that one garbage rumor of, like, is he going to go play in Portugal or whatever, Barcelona, and they could offer him $100 million a year. I don't know what the rules are over there in Japan, but in terms of, like, increasing your popularity, the boost you get from playing in Japan, becoming a global superstar, way more than you'll get off like whatever MLB fails to do that there. But
all the merchandise in Japan.
Like you couldn't possibly boost yourself for 1 year more anywhere probably than Japan. Would be sick. It would take some legitimate balls and like I guess he'd have to really know like how long this lockout's gonna go. Like if he thinks it's going into July or whatever, it's not gonna happen obviously, but be something.
It would be.
Be something. All right, that's all I got here. Really sad. No baseball. Hopefully negotiate really soon, maybe tomorrow. Hopefully Tank really gets Manfred to resign. That would be great.
It would be funny if Manfred just resigned right now.
God, it would be unbelievable. But yeah, that's all I got for the show. We'll see you back here next week. Later.